Hi everyone, and good morning, and welcome to my morning report chart appraisals on Wednesday, the 10th of May, with me, Richard Perry, market analyst at Hantech Markets. We've had a little bit of a retrenchment of risk appetite, really, and that's sort of come on the back of this very surprising move by Donald Trump to fire FBI Director Comey. Comey was looking into the Russian hacking claims of interference in the election, and well, Trump has fired him, so that doesn't look great. Markets have taken that with a little bit of a cautious note. You've got safe haven assets that have sort of found a bit of support. You've got the dollar that's come under a little bit of corrective pressure. Equities mildly lower. Let me just show you 10-year Treasury yield. So Treasuries have started to be bought again mildly. So Treasury yields are off their recent rally highs, or rebound highs I should say, on both the 2-year and the 10-year. And that sort of helped to put the dollar under a little bit of corrective pressure. The dollar is sort of lower against all the forex majors today, and mildly weaker on the dollar index. Nothing too significant yet, but still, I think that's an interesting turnaround that we've seen. You've got this cable that's sort of breaking higher again, or certainly testing recent highs. So, yeah, really interesting that we've found a bit of support on gold, and also oil as well. Found a bit of support with this weaker dollar as well. So, this is possibly a bit of a near-term move that could turn into something, but I think at the moment it's just a bit of a blip with the sort of the equity markets coming off their recent highs, mildly sort of, well, I was going to say mildly higher on the VIX, but not compared to the close last night. But still, we are sort of well below that 10 level, which is into record lows territory on the VIX. So still remain pretty, you'd argue, complacent on that VIX index, but still, this is just a near-term move that could turn into something, but yeah, something definitely worth watching. So what we have got to look forward to today is basically the oil inventories and the RBNZ. Oil inventories at 3:30 have tended to have an impact on the oil price recently. Oil inventories expected to again show drawdown across the crude oil, distillates and gasoline. So any sort of movement around that as a surprise will have an impact on the oil price, likely to be. The RBNZ at 10 o'clock tonight is not expected to move on rates. Expected to be 1.75% again. But it'll be interesting to see how the RBNZ sort of how they sort of treat the outlook, because the economic fundamentals in New Zealand have been improving slightly. You've got inflation that's sort of slightly coming in ahead, and you could be interested to see if they upwardly revise their sort of forecast of that, and that could give the Kiwi a bit of support, and coming in against the fact that the Aussie dollar has been under pressure, you could continue to see that Kiwi outperform the Aussie. But my chance of day today is the sterling yen. Now, sterling yen has been an interesting chart because it's had such a big trend higher. Now, this is a very long-term chart, and you can see here that it's coming up towards this key December high of 48.45, and a breakout above that would take you to levels not seen since Brexit Day. So that is your key level that is due for a test, really, and this uptrend is strong and solid and well in play. And you can see here for the October, November, December move, once the market trends, it really does trend and goes hard. So it can spend a long time overbought on the RSI. So the fact that the RSI is at 80 shouldn't come as too much of a concern. You've got strong consideration on the MACD lines and stochastics as well, so this uptrend continues to be used as a basis of support in the last few weeks. You got the breakout, which again continues to be used as old support becomes new resistance. Sorry, old resistance becomes new support. So that 46.75 area is supportive. Today we've got 47.15 has become supportive. And it looks like the market is going to be coming up to test that 48.45 key resistance from that December high. So that's the next test, not too far away, but then above that you're looking in the 150s. So you could, if you see a breakout above 48.45 on a closing basis, you could see continued gains certainly in due course. So with that in mind, I wish you good luck in your trading today on the sterling yen, and I will speak to you later. Thank you.